Melaninplanter, and today I just wanted to go over some do's and don'ts about ordering from overseas. So I have my little Mai Tai mixed drink that my husband made me, so I'm going to try to get through this. Okay, so some do's about ordering online. Make sure you find a seller who has a Phytosanitary certificate. If it's someone from Indonesia, Thailand, Japan, anything like that. If they are from Ecuador, I don't believe they need Phytosanitary, but I need to look into that actually. But definitely from Indonesia and Thailand, you need Phytosanitary. If you don't get a Phytosanitary certificate, you run the risk of having your plants confiscated, and you can also face a fine. A good thing to remember when ordering online is to look at reviews. So what I did is I would go on YouTube, look at reviews, I'd Google their name, I would go, on Facebook, there is a Plants Purge BST review group. So I would go on there. There's like real life people who can give you advice on who to order from. And also just asking in one of the plant groups, you can ask like, where people got certain plants or who's a trusted overseas seller. That's literally what started me on this journey of making this whole YouTube thing, was because I wanted other people to see, because when I was looking for more of the like rare plants, a lot of people I would ask, they would either ghost me or they would just say like, I don't know, they weren't willing to share information on who their seller was, usually because they sell themselves or they would sell in the future, something like that. They just don't like to give their sources. They want to have all the good plants. So I like to share the wealth. I don't care. Like, more plants for everyone. There's enough plants to go around. Another good thing is to go with your gut. If something doesn't feel right, just don't do it. Like, don't be desperate for a plant so much so that you're going to do something risky. Like, I had a seller, this only happened once and it's never going to happen again. But I had a seller, I was working and I was first starting out and I had saved, and I think I had just bought my first Thai constellation, and there was a seller who had all these plants that I wanted, and he was just on Instagram, just some random who started following me and offering plants. But I sent him some money, but he was like, so before I sent him the money, he was really pushy, and that kind of rubbed me the wrong way, and I was kind of just like, eh. And then he was just like, oh, I only take family and friends on PayPal. And I was just like, that's kind of shady because I only pay with like goods and services. And he was just like, well, okay, like, then no plans for you then. He's just like, and then like I asked him like what was his reasoning for only taking family and friends, and he's like, yeah, I've just had people who screwed me over in the past, blah, blah, blah. But it turns out he was really screwing other people over. He was not wrapping the roots, like, and he was just shipping the plants, just throwing them in a box basically, and that was how he was shipping them out. And so I got screwed over big time. Like, my plants, I was able to save one, and it's like in a million pieces, but it started sprouting. I'm trying to think if the other one lived or died. Nope, I think all of them in that shipment besides one plant died. So yeah, I definitely got screwed over big time and couldn't get my money back. Never ever pay friends and family. Don't do it, especially overseas. It's just not worth it. Goods and services, it protects both you and the seller. Just perfect. That goes to the next one. Make sure you ask the seller how they are shipping your products. Ask them what they're wrapping the roots in, if anything. Ask them who they ship with, whether it'll go with EMS, if it's, I think it's Indonesia, they do EMS or DHL. So just ask them how it's going to get to you. So then once it's in the US, it'll either be USPS, which can take a little bit longer to go through customs. So they just have a more strict customs process. If you go through DHL, like I prefer to do, it's usually a little bit quicker, 3 to 4 days, and then usually customs will just x-ray it, or they'll do like a quick opening and close, like it's not as vigorous, and then your plants get to you faster. What's another thing? So definitely make sure that the seller has good communication. This kind of goes on to the whole shadiness. Like, if you get like a bad feeling, then just don't do it. And if they don't, like, they're not communicating well, like I know usually there's a language barrier, so take that into account. Like, usually but if they're like taking a long time to respond to you, or if they're just, I don't know, being shady with their responses, or it just sounds too good to be true, definitely be wary. So that's kind of how the reviews will help you. I kind of just try to stick with who other people have gone with in the past and go from there. And every once in a while I'll take a risk with a new seller, but usually not. So another do when ordering from overseas is to look around and ask, or look in videos and see how some plants ship. Because not all plants ship the same, and not all plants do well in shipping. So I know some plants, for example, like the alocasias, they can go dormant being in a box for so long. So especially if it's USPS, who's going to be shipping it from, once it gets in the States, then I probably wouldn't order an alocasia unless you're great at rehabbing them and all of that. I know Phytosanitary tetrasperma and some monsteras. I know, like Adansonii, that one does not ship well usually. Some people have better luck than others, but in the ones I've received, a lot of them don't ship well. So kind of just take that into account and assess that risk when that comes. Okay, and this one goes for ordering overseas, ordering anywhere. Do not go broke trying to get plants. I know it is very tempting and hard. You see all these beautiful plants. Don't do it, because then you get in trouble with your husband like me. But also, it's just don't do it. You'll find good deals. Keep looking around. Find the best deal. Don't just do impulse buys just because it's there. If it's something, it's like a chance of a freaking lifetime. You've done all this research. It's like number one on your wish list, then go do it. If you have the money, knock yourself out. But if you don't go broke trying to get these beautiful plants. Like, it'll come to you. One day there'll be a good deal and you'll get that dream plant. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe. I hope you all are staying happy and healthy and your plants are doing well. See you later. Second, when drinking and doing this is not smart. Okay, secondly, when ordering overseas, yeah, you me over. Oh, fuck. Okay, I have to hold my drink since my cat is trying to be naughty. Look at him. He's literally being naughty and he's still trying to get to her. There's a few different I can't talk.